Um, it has been about a month and a half, 2 months since the end of academy and all of your graduations. The past couple of months, Button and Trixie, you have been going out on ships, here and there, kind of getting a little bit of experience under your belt with the guidance and help of Spelljammer Academy, pushing you towards captains and crews that work with the academy for little, almost internships of a sort. Um, During that time frame, uh, Tekwe has gotten a message from his family and had to take a leave for a while to go handle some personal things. Nevalier and Angela have both decided that they wanted to move up within the academy itself and have stepped away from the crew proper to start trying to advance within the ranks of the academy, leaving Button and Trixie, the two of you, as the remaining crew that is trying to get aboard a ship together in a more permanent placement to travel the galaxy. You both have recently come back from a shorter stint, a little trading route out to Garden, which is another one of the planets within the system that your Toral is in, within realm space. That for you in particular, Button, was very interesting, as Garden is an apt name. The entire cluster of planetoids and asteroids that make up this quote-unquote planet is all linked by the roots of a massive tree. And there are plants there that you've never seen before. And Trixie, it was more than entertaining being able to go and fly between various floating islands and pieces of space debris and asteroid, linking the various larger islands. But you've come back, and while you're waiting for another assignment, have taken a little bit of shore leave. Ended up in one of the smaller fishing villages that are along the coast. It's a easy ferry ride back and forth from the school. That ferry usually rotates once or twice a day to this village. But you wanted to escape all the bustle and noise of the academy for a while and get your feet back onto solid ground for a minute. While you are there, there's a lot of chatter happening. You both find yourselves walking along the docks and into town proper towards a tavern. And there's a little bit of excitement and frustration and a worry that you've not really seen before. And why did I close that out? I need this for my notes. There we go. As you're walking along, you see that there's been, looks like some sort of damage to some of the buildings in the center of town. It's like partial collapse of some sort. And as you settle at a table in the tavern, you overhear the angry muttering of, looks to be the baker talking to the tavern maid, complaining about how his bakery got struck by some sort of debris last night. And the maid is turning a sympathetic ear, but not paying him full mind, just shaking her head. Well, it's just a beautiful meteor shower. Like, you should be happy that something happened like that. If you actually looked at what hit, it might actually be worth something if it came from the meteor shower. And you just hear laughter from kind of a gruff-looking dwarf towards the back of the tavern. They just pointing at the baker, who just gives him a very sour look, and the dwarf kind of leans forward a little bit. You know, it's divine punishment for all those horrible pies that you keep selling. Who wants rhubarb pie all the time? You really need to find something else. And seems to start a bickering back and forth. And Button and Trixie, you have a moment to yourselves if you would like.
100%. Button is going to lean next to Trixie and say, "Is rhubarb pie really that bad?"
It's not that horrible. Not my cup of tea, though.
Oh.
Really
Is this-
lively today, though, huh?
It is. Should we check this out? Or should we investigate the pies? This might be something for investigation. We can try to write something about the taste of the pies. I can write it, you can taste it. That might be the most efficient way.
Oh, we got nothing better to do.
Nod, nod, nod.
Plus, I am curious what's in that meeting.
We can write about it and help promote the bakery, or we can dissuade tourists from visiting a bad one if it is not satisfactory. I hope that we can support the bakery, but it will be your taste buds that will decide that.
Well, I don't think there's going to be, anything made right now if the bakery's been destroyed.
Oh. We may have to reschedule.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure there's another, bakery or something around, though.
Nod, 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 nod. We can start with other ones around the town. If this may be the only one, then maybe we can try restaurants and the desserts there. That way we can get a feel for the local taste.
And the tavern would be this one.
We can start here.
Sounds good to me.
Takes out a piece of, a notebook, a brand new one, titles it Desserts of Toril. Flips to a fresh page. Alright, order the dessert. Whichever one you would like to try, I shall write down your thoughts. And then I will write them up, and we will figure out what to do with them later. But for now, we shall get them on paper.
How many notebooks do you have, by the way? We need to ask.
I do not know.
Where do you store them all?
Points to their bag. I have a lot of notebooks. I always acquire more. I do not know how many I have at the moment, however, I do know what each one entails and what each one contains. I label them all. I have a very, very extensive system.
Well, what other books you got there? Can I look at them? Well, we eat, of course. Or I eat.
Yes.
Why
And
do you
Button is
want to write
going
this
to
down
reach.
again?
And Button is going to reach into their bag and pull out fucking 10 notebooks. Because they've had like a couple of months, right?
Just filling it all up.
Filling up so many notebooks. Amongst them is the Moth Chronicles.
Just the Moth Chronicles.
It's the Moth Chronicles.
As
That is one of them.
As you thunk the stack of notebooks down on the table, we'll shift the camera for a moment and turn towards our other three. All of you have been coming off of a fairly lucrative contract with a Captain Elena, who is in and out of the Rock of Brawl. And she hired all of you when most of her crew seemed to kind of, either die or kind of fuck off last time she was in port. She's had a little bit of a reputation for being bold and brash at moments where she is not supposed to be. However, her and her vice captain, Captain Flapjack, who is a flumph, have kept all of you with relatively good means on a ship that none of you have really flown before, a ladybug spelljammer. And she, along with a few of you, is a graduate of Spelljammer Academy. And upon hearing about some of the issues that the Academy has gone through in the recent months, and the issues that has arisen with Mert and his leaving the Academy, decided to try and make a visit home and come back and settle. Or not settle, but come back and see if there was anything that she could do to help or anything that was particularly interesting. And the dock at the Academy is full at the moment when you arrived a couple hours earlier. So she maneuvered the ship towards a fishing village nearby that she knew of, with a little strip of land right next to the docks that she could settle the ship on. And has given everyone a little bit of shore leave. And all of you are kind of heading into the village and exploring the village, seeing what's changed since the last time you were here for those of you that have been here before, seeing new sights for those of you that have never been here before. And Captain Elena and Flapjack decided that they needed to go talk to somebody that they knew in the village, and separated from all of you. You all are hearing a very similar buzz about a meteor shower that all of you know was not supposed to happen last night. So you're not quite sure what it was, but it's a little weird, a little out of place to each of you. As you're walking towards the village, or walking through the village, you reach kind of towards the center where there's tavern and bakery, or the remains of a bakery and blacksmith. What are you all doing?
Did you say the ruins, or did I mishear that?
Yeah, the ruins of a bakery. The bakery has been destroyed.
By supposedly the meteor shower.
Supposedly. You did not overhear that. But...
Gotcha. 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we're coming off a successful... I was going to say heist. It's not a heist. It's a haul? Are we, like, illegally coming into goods? Or are we being paid to do things? Like, kind of mercenary style?
A little bit of both. A little bit more above the table than not.
Okay.
More of, like, get a being paid above the table for a shipment and occasionally an extra crate of under the table things.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
And I would like each of you to describe your characters, because you all are new.
who wants to go first?
Go for it, Joe.
Okay. So, Sarpen Booker is a 6 foot tall, very lanky, tiefling in appearance man. He has a kind of light purple tint, lavender tint skin tone with dark eyes that have a yellow. The sclera of his eyes are actually dark, and the iris is yellowish. He has black hair that has streaks of grayish white, in like very much like the couple strands are dyed, and it's not like he's going gray. And he is wearing a kind of traditionally pirate shirty thing, a loose shirt that is tucked into closer fitting trousers, some high piratey boots, and he has a long coat that hugs right at the waist, where he keeps a it's not mechanically it's a rapier, but it is for the purpose of flavor like a very thin saber that is pointed, almost like it's like a rapier pressed flat rather than like a typical rounded pointed needle thing. And he has no tail, unlike most tieflings. He has no tail, but he does have what appear to be like ram's horns that are sort of unfurled and go up and back behind his head.
All right. Cody.
So, standing like 3 feet below Sarpin is Finad Humblehearth, a youngish halfling with dark brown hair and bright green eyes and a slightly tanned skin, wearing what looks like a white button-up cloth shirt. With some baggier grayish pants, have like a satchel slung over them that seems to be kind of overflowing. And next to them is a walking little cauldron that's carrying some cookbooks.
You just carry your cookbooks with you everywhere.
In
Yeah,
the
it's
cauldron,
important.
there's no liquid in it, right?
No, it's empty besides the books.
Is the cauldron walking on 4 little cauldron legs, or like 2 weirdly like
Like a Baba Yaga
bipedal?
house.
Yeah,
Is
is
it
it
3 legs?
It's like 4, like it's like a
Yeah.
clawfoot bathtub, but in cauldron form.
okay? So you have a
Four
little
legs.
cauldron dog that is carrying your cookbooks.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I was hoping it was like a cauldron dog and not like a cauldron person.
It's the
Bipedal
least
thing?
cursed
No.
form.
Yes, correct.
You're right.
Although the curse form would have been hilarious too. But...
I would not be upset if you had the 2-legged one, but I would be a little upset.
It will search for a picture.
Because cauldron is round. But yes, 4 legs makes sense.
Paper.
Coming in at a monstrous, jaw-dropping, earth-shattering, 2 feet 5 inches, weighing 25 pounds. It's Liliana Kelly. She is 2 feet 5 inches, with light green skin, with dark green hair. In place of arms are little vines that stretch out and split up. And it looks like a cute little hair accessory, but that red flower on her head is very much a part of her, and please do not tear it off. Thank you.
Oh,
That is all.
Well, now Piper has already given me a way to torture the character. Cool. So, what are you guys talking about? Where are you going? What are you doing? You have the day to yourselves and a little bit of a high-strung town, it seems like.
well, Booker is going to one place first, and that is to tavern or a bar or a place the locals would frequent after their day of work is done, because we have to bring in the celebration period after a job well done, as per the usual. And what better way to carry around like a kegger than to put ice in little cauldron buddy and then just have some loose drinks hanging out of them?
Can I be riding in your cauldron?
If there's room,
I'm 2 feet tall.
it's
He might
tiny.
have a lot of cookbooks.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
awesome.
it's tiny.
It's a lot of cookbooks, and it's a halfling-sized cauldron.
Yeah, it's literally a tiny construct.
I'm smaller than a halfling. I can do it.
No, halfling proportional sized cauldron.
Okay, I see. I understand.
It's the size of a halfling.
How is that thing fitting
cook-
any cookbook in it?
It's
They're
halfling-sized
cookbooks.
They're sitting across the top of it like a lid. So it's actually just a stack of cookbooks on top.
Yeah, but it's cookbooks for a halfling. Like, a normal person would feel like they're playing with, like, toys.
Now
Those
I'm
little
imagining.
tiny Bibles that people hand out on the street.
Now
Tiny
I'm
mini
imagining like a halfling library with a whole bunch of little tiny books.
Like, why would a halfling library have normal size, like medium
They're
creature size
proportional.
books? Like it'd be
Everything
proportional for halflings.
It's all proportionally like
So
they
they
hold a
get
book and
half
it's like
the
this is a
story
book.
then?
They have their big section, and their
Big
normal
section
library is the
for
halfling
big
size
people.
section. Yeah,
So is it like one of those like keychain diaries you give like your 6-year-old?
Essentially, yes.
it's the size of like a little notepad or those mini marble notebooks.
Yeah, that's what I'm
For
saying.
halfling, it's normal size.
Is it just like a set of post-it notes? Is that a halfling book?
Halflings aren't that small.
Okay, reeling us back in.
Right.
So all of
So
you,
no cauldron kegger party.
Unless they're it's shot glasses. That's it.
Does
That's all
anyone
we can
have
do.
enlarge?
I feel like Booker is going to find a way to have a kegger, even without the cauldron.
He is pushing the envelope on being considered a lush. He enjoys his drink.
So all
I
of
will come with you. Sorry.
So Booker and Liliana are heading towards the tavern. Are you tagging along, Finn?
Yeah, Finn is kind of sad that the bakery has been destroyed. Would have loved to purchase some pastries, but is chipper and happy because now they get to bake their own pastries.
Okay. So, you all start heading towards the tavern. Let me adjust this so that I don't fuck this up in a second. It's a map layer. Haha, I'm not gonna move it. Let me do this.
I'm sorry, that Button and Trixie immediately started becoming food critics.
Button
So-
would actually. I can just see Button wanting to fucking.
Okay, let's be
shit in
real
this
here.
tiny cauldron.
In like modern times, Button would be a random ass blogger.
Yeah,
100%.
obviously.
Or a science YouTuber.
Yeah,
Both.
it'd be both. They
Um,
can't taste it, they employ Trixie.
There's Nile Red and Nile Blue for a reason.
all of you are heading towards the tavern, And you can see that the tavern is, and Trixie and Button, you notice it, that as the usual in these towns, when things get weird, people tend to congregate in one of a couple of different areas. And the tavern is bustling right now. Like the entire bar is filled. Most of all the tables are filled. When you reach the tavern, Booker, Finn, and Liliana, the only seats that are available are next to a very strange duo. One that looks to be a 3-cream, but very, very tall, very, very pale. And a mushroom? Question mark? Who both have... What did you order?
Button didn't order anything.
Button was ordering for Trixie to try stuff.
Oh yes, actually.
What sounded interesting to Button?
The mushroom ice cream.
Has a very brown and lumpy... You think it's ice cream, but ice cream's not supposed to have that texture sitting in front of the moth. While a stack of notebooks is in between them.
So Trixie also ordered a like some kind of fruit juice or like a fruit cocktail kind of.
To try and wash it down.
Yeah, something a little alcoholic. And the plate gets set in front of her. She looks at the thing. She looks at Button.
Unblinking bright eyes from under hat.
Well, down the hatch.
Pen and paper poised at the ready.
Trixie has the anime style, like, unsure, nervous grin, the sweat dropping on the side, like...
Button is focused.
She'll take a bite. How bad?
Oh, mark this as one of the things I did not think I was ever going to be looking up. Mushroom desserts.
Roll con save to avoid poison.
Ingest.
It's not what you were expecting. It's not horrible. It's definitely not something you would generally choose to eat. Rather than being fully sweet, it's savory and cold. With a very strong kind of spices, like kind of cardamom and like allspice and nutmeg that they have used to try and balance out the savory and still give it a dessert feel. You could see if you had the right alcohol to go with it, or were drunk enough, you could see where it might be a little bit more appealing. Does not make you sick, does not make you throw up, but not something you probably ever would choose to get again.
You know, for what's in it, the texture's pretty smooth. Taking as a sip of her drink. It's not really my first choice,
But
I
is
like
it your
things-
second? Or your third? How would you rank this on a scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. Like, on how often I would eat it, I'd give it a, 5 being the least.
Yes.
Yeah, 4?
Oh.
I'd make it sweeter, personally.
Nod, nod, scribble, scribble, scribble. I think we need a larger sample size.
Oh, no, it's really filling. Way more filling than I intended. Or I thought.
meant we need more people to try it and write down their opinions on it.
You know what? That would be great. We should totally do that.
Or, actually, if you drink some water with a spritz of lemon in it, it will cleanse your palate and you can try it again.
Looks around
Or so
for
I have
anyone that
heard.
looks hungry.
Or so I have heard. I believe that is what happens.
We're all in earshot of this, correct?
Yes.
So, Xanathar says that with cook's utensils, the knowledge of cooking allows me to assess the social patterns involved in a culture's eating habits. Is this normal food behavior?
Are you talking about like Button's analysis?
No. I'm talking about like as a society, is mushroom ice cream normal?
I don't
I'll
think
roll if you
I
like for that one.
I will say mushroom ice cream is something that certain species eats. So it's a thing that exists. It's not and so like this you gather that the only reason that this exists is because it is a town village close to Spelljammer Academy, which serves as kind of a hub for Toril.
Certain species eat it. Trixie is not that species.
Yeah, definitely not a 3-cream.
We need a bigger sample size.
What color and shape is this actual serving? Because I know it's. You said it's
I
mushroom.
know you wanted to do Spelljammer today, Z, but instead we're becoming traveling chefs.
No. We're gonna be interplanetary diners, drive-ins, and dives.
We're gonna write Spelljammer's Guide to Cuisine.
It is, the Cold Stone, like, cups. It is a generous serving. And it is...
I love it.
It is...
Too much?
Yeah, definitely too much for somebody who does not like it. It is... brown. It is like kind of like somewhere between tan and brown, a little bit darker than like a peanut butter ice cream, but not like chocolate brown either. Somewhere in that space between.
Like a grayish brown.
Yeah, kinda. And you can see that like some of the texture is standard ice cream texture, but there seems to be little chunks in there.
Looking around for anyone that looks hungry. Trixie's gonna make a new friend real quick.
You see a halfling that's apparently looking real hard.
In observation.
Hey there! You look hungry. You want to try this?
Booker
I bet you'll love it.
Like elbows. Shit. Cody, what was your name again? Finn. Elbows Finn. Just goes, hey, got a little dime over there poking her eye out at you, so, go put the moves on her. He just pushes you forward with his foot.
Without saying anything, Finn will walk over. Is Trixie like extending the cup?
Yeah.
Getting it away from her.
Okay, Finn's gonna take
arms.
it. Look at it very closely, smell it, and then reach it back up and be like, "That's not for person consumption."
As in, I should eat this? It's not edible?
I think it is some kind of fertilizer.
Booker leans down to Liliana and just goes, well, he's blowing it, so I'm gonna go get drinks. He just puts his hand in his pockets and starts moving towards the bar.
I do believe I shall join you.
Wait, Liliana, you might actually like this.
Forgive me, but are you asking a plant to eat a plant?
Well,
isn't that kind of like cannibalism?
Isn't that
is against
what
my
plants
beliefs,
do? Like,
No, I mean, thank you very much, though. I hope you have a wonderful meal.
Well, if this is fertilizer, this actually isn't that bad.
I do not believe it
Kind of
is.
looking at it, like,
I do not believe it is actually fertilizer.
In face palms.
I believe that may have been a expression of sorts.
what's
The
that?
robot gets it.
Oh,
Also, hello. My name
Hello.
is Button.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Finad Humblehearth.
Would you like to try the ice cream so that I may write down your opinion?
No.
Understandable. Do you know anyone that would like to try the ice cream so that I may write down their opinion?
So, in thinking about this ice cream, Z, what species in particular would
Boy, I don't fucking
really
know.
enjoy this? Make something up.
Plant species. It's your homebrew species.
You know who would love this? Probably a weird tailless tiefling and a plant that is nearby one. Those species.
Yeah. Have them roll a D100, see how much they like it after they try it.
Fucking goddamn it, Amy.
What?
I did not want to come up with the lore around mushroom ice cream.
Welcome to DMing. Let's go.
I am sorry.
Not even a species. It is fucking something that comes out of doom space. So it is a apocalypse-driven, horrible system. That's all that they had, and so they just brought it with.
I think a beholder might like this.
Button stiffens.
oh, well, that would have been good to know.
That would have been good to know. We might have brought some with us.
Yeah, at
Can
least we know for the future.
can we
Knock, knock.
show up to the table with drinks?
Yes, yeah.
It's the only available table.
Okay, so Booker will show up. He'll show up with Liliana. I assume he knows what to order for Liliana if he orders for her or if she orders for herself.
Sugar water.
Does she drink beer?
Sugar water,
I'm
please.
sure she does, or sugar water, just not much of it.
Okay. He would.
We
He'll-
need to
Shot
check her
glass.
everything.
But he's going to have a bottle in one bottle in one hand, and then in the other hand he will have two that he's holding between his fingers, in the weird. He has to carry an odd number of bottles, but as he walks over, he will get closer to the table, and he'll see Button and be like, "Oh shit! I didn't know that there was a person crammed in the seat there." Person? Doesn't say anything, but there's a very obvious look of okay, one fewer drink than I should have. But he hands one to Finn, and he takes one himself and sips it, and then he proffers one out, Trixie.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Very generous.
Give a wink and a nod. Thought you met Finn here. What'd you think of the what is that there? Just waves at the ice cream.
Mushroom ice cream.
Fungus. Mushrooms.
Specifically chanterelle mushrooms embedded into the ice cream. I believe that they put it through a process and then sift it through a mesh in order to get it to incorporate into the cream evenly.
That process is called a mistake.
I think the process actually goes through a machine called a food processor, if I am remembering correctly.
Face palm again.
Booker looks down at Button and just kind of furrows his brow a little bit, tilts his head back, and just goes, "Speaking of mushrooms, what's with the Headgear. You're looking a little bit like a mushroom yourself.
Blink.
What?
Whispers
Alright,
out of the
you're not
corner of his mouth.
mushroom.
I don't think it liked that much.
Oh. Do you mean my hat?
He, like, looks at the top of your hat and then nods. Yeah, like a little, it's like the mushroom cap, because it sticks out real far, and then you have the little bitty underneath. I don't know nothing about mushrooms, really, but
I
you
am
seem to
not
know a lot about them.
I am not a mushroom. I am not a plant. I am not living technically. However, I do grow morel mushrooms on my cloak and hat. They seem to thrive in this environment.
Looks at the mushrooms on your hat, and then, like, looks back to you. Goes, Nate, that would explain why you know a lot about the, mushroom-flavored ice cream.
This is the first time I am encountering one. Therefore, I have asked Trixie here to sample it and tell me what it tastes like so that I may record it.
He looks at Trixie and then raises an eyebrow and gets just a little bit of a point, a little bit more sharp grin, and he will nod and say like, Trixie, oh, that's a lovely name. You can call me Booker. And he'll hold
Pleasure
out a
to meet
hand.
you.
Is this
She'll
your...
shake his hand as well.
Mhm. He looks again at Button and then back to Trixie and just goes, is this your friend or project or construction? I don't want to be rude. Friend of yours.
But-
Wow.
Yeah. Button here's friend and crewmate.
Yes,
kinda-
I am a friend. A friend. Stare.
These morels, are they harvestable?
In theory, yes.
Finn's like inspecting Button's coat.
It's just
Button-
stare.
Button's good berry is the mushrooms, right?
I don't think Button has ever casted Goodberry.
Okay.
Well,
I
that
was wondering
happens.
I was gonna say if it has happened already.
No, Button has never cast Goodberry, I'm pretty sure. And, well, hello. You all, my name is Button. What are you all called? What are your names? Who are you?
Gestures to Finn and Lily, and he goes, well, just to introduce myself as Booker. We have Finn here, resident chef, with his faithful companion. Well, did you name it? Pointing to the cauldron.
Holdy?
Caldy?
Caldy.
I didn't prepare for this.
You should have.
He, like, nods and just goes, yeah, like a play on Colby, but not, obviously not Colby, right? Trying to save face. Clever.
That's correct.
Then we have our own resident, well, flora expert. And he'll gesture to Liliana. Like, Lily. Well, Liliana. Lily for short.
Piper is AFK.
Oh, okay.
I would just say Button's eyes lock on Liliana. Mental cloaker noise. But turns back to Booker.
What a couple of you doing out here in this kind of dive, though? Are you also celebrating?
Not really. We're just kind of on leave right now.
Yes, we are passing the time. And may I ask, What are you the resident of? What is your area of expertise? You mentioned theirs. However, what is yours?
Booker, like, is holding his drink to his mouth and sipping from it, and he very casually eyes Button's gaze over the edge of his drink. Take a long sip. Just I'm a bit of a mixed bag of tricks. A little bit of sword fighting, a little bit of, well, I don't want to call it wizardry, but I'm pretty clever, pretty magical. I'm multifaceted, you could say. And he'll do just a very slight bow to show how gracious he is.
Button, nod, nod, nod. Opens up a brand new notebook and starts writing.
Just watches you start taking notes, turns to Trixie, and then just kind of points, like without saying anything, just points, just shrugs, like, does this always happen? Fuck.
Trixie was leaning back in the chair, kind of like on the back too, doing the whole balancing thing, while taking a sip of the drink. And she nods. Yeah. Button tends to take notes of things. It's really interesting what they perceive, though.
I imagine they perceive quite a bit. Those big saucer plate eyes.
Eyes lock on Booker.
Nods and like gestures, like, yeah. See?
Yes. Goes back to writing.
So you mentioned celebrating. What y'all celebrating?
Oh, just another job well done. You know how it is. You do a couple of weeks worth of sailing and work. You find yourself on shore leave, and you just piss the night away. Enjoy some drink, forget your troubles, have a grand time.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, you said pause?
Yeah, Button pauses.
Oh.
Oh.
As in, like, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean, like, as in pause the game. I meant, like, Button themselves pauses writing. And looks up,
Fair point.
tuning back in. Oh, do you mean sailing or spelljamming?
Well, he kind of shrugs and does one hand over the other. And yes, does one hand over the other and kind of like a weighing gesture. And we'll just kind of go, oh, kind of think of spelljamming as sailing.
As squares are to rectangles. However, there is a difference.
Certainly you're right. But, yes, I do think of sailing and spelljamming in the same vein. But, for all the intents and purposes, when I say sailing, I mean spelljamming.
Nod, nod, nod. Continues writing.
I need everybody to give me perception rolls.
Oh shit.
Ew.
19.
Okay.
Well,
Lily.
11.
Piper might still be AFK.
Ah.
So as you all are talking, Booker and Button, you both kind of perk perk your ears up a little bit, you can hear there's not a commotion, but there seems to be some more noise than there was starting from the dock area. And right as both of you kind of start looking around and looking over your shoulders and like towards the fencing area of the outdoor seating of the tavern, Button and Trixie, you both immediately spot a slightly out of breath Micken just rushing towards the tavern, looking more frazzled than he has been for the past couple of weeks. And kind of heading towards the tavern, scanning, spots you, almost going past you, like screeches to a halt, turns back around, starts heading into the tavern. And he's like breathing hard enough that he is not being able to talk, but he is gesticulating like he is trying to talk.
Breathe, Micken, breathe.
Micken, we have talked about this. Deep breath in, deep breath out.
Booker will hand him his drink. It's got about a sip left.
A sip is good. Pausing your diaphragm will allow you to catch your breath.
Micken just like blinks at Booker, seems to try and shy away for a second, sees drink, actually takes it and just like upends it, the rest of it, and like sets it down very firmly on the end of the table.
That is not a good sign.
Where's the fire?
It's coming out of the water. It's coming out of the water. And as soon as he's like pointing over his shoulder back towards the docks, and you hear him start to say, "The Academy," but as soon as he gets that out, immediately the earth begins to shake underneath all of you. And you hear the panic start to erupt with what you feels like a not insignificant earthquake starting. And as on this side of the table, Booker, you're the tall one, Micken kind of like falls into your shoulder a little bit, unbalanced. And to Trixie, you're still on your two legs of your chair, you fall over. And all the rest of you look, and across the square over here, so you might have to zoom out a little bit, over here,
Okay.
you see cracks starting to form in the stonework of the square just outside the ruins of the bakery. And you see something glowing orange starting to snake its way up. And as soon as 1 foot, 2 foot starts to come out, it just starts to rocket towards the sky.
Oh
And-
shit. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And as it rockets towards the sky, pushing stonework and building and wood out of the way, cracks continue to form further and further out from it. And you see other tendrils start to lift from these cracks. They almost look like vines at first before they start to twist and combine and form into first masses and then arms and legs and faces. And you see these starting to climb their way out of the cracks forming in the village.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Uh-oh.
Is that spaghetti?
Does Booker recognize them?
Give me a second to get these things situated.
God, damn, I can't type for shit.
Doing God's work.
You can. Let me see here. Anybody that would like to try and figure anything out about these can make nature or arcana checks.
Well, fuck it. For flavor nature.
Okay.
I will do... is this a straight roll for me?
I don't know. Look at your sheet.
Let me see what these technically are.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, your talk earlier made me think that you were a wizard warlock kind of thing. No, you're not.
This would be a straight roll for you.
Okay. Hey.
Damn.
There's
23.
Oh shit.
Okay. So, Button, as you're looking at these things and kind of standing in your chair, starting to try and get a little bit of a better view, and you see people just running, diving for cover in every different direction, and you see these things every time one fully forms. It pauses and looks and then seems to track and start to follow whatever the closest person is. And you realize that these are... They seem very much like plants. They remind you of plants, but they are not quite. They look almost like they're made out of crystal that's moving. And you realize this is some sort of magic that you have never seen before. Booker, how long have you been out spelljamming on your own?
I imagined he had been kind of perusing wild space for anywhere from 6 months to 3 years, whatever fits better with the narrative.
We'll set you at 2 years.
Okay.
You look at these things and you kind of have a similar realization to Button. However, as you look at these and you look at the absolutely massive... Let me see if I can just draw this very roughly here. Circle. See this absolutely massive, what looks like a massive vine or tree stalk or something that is also of this plant but crystalline structure. You can't quite place it exactly, but there is in the back of your mind stories of strange magic that you've overheard in your time spelljamming, especially from refugees that have ended up on the Rock of Brawl, talking about vines that just suck the life out of everything.
Oh shit.
Was that in character?
No, sorry. Oh shit.
Gotta ask.
Yeah. Then the second one in character, it has to have just the touch of the twang to it.
I just want to make sure.
No, you're right. You're right.
What the hell are those things?
bad fucking news. And he's gonna rip the sword out of its sheath and start, like, he'll give it a good spin. And in, like, just as fast as he withdrew it from a sheath, and as seamlessly as he spun it around in his hand, he is going to nick himself with the blade and ignite that bitch. That's gonna be 2 damage from me. And the sword, like, his blood catches on it. You've probably seen, actually, you would have seen Nevelier do something very similar to this when Nevelier
Funny.
activated his sword.
It's funny because Neveler's still rolling.
Oh,
Neville,
Wait.
you're here? Holy shit!
Friend!
there
It's
we
been
go.
so long.
I'm taking another point of damage because I'm ashamed. But there is there's a moment where you see just blood kind of wick through the air, and then sparks go like dart between them, and then they start dancing around the edge of the blade, and it is lightning. Lightning.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Go.
Oh.
Guess you really do have a bag of tricks.
And
Booker.
Stands
Look
up
at you.
in a fighting position.
A bag we have seen before.
Grabs cookbooks and starts reading.
and as you all start to like gather yourselves and get up from the table, Micken kind of stumbles away from Booker for a second, kind of staring at the sword, and then looking towards Button and Trixie. And she's like, there, it says Spelljammer too. It's at the academy.
There are
And
more
Wait.
of them?
And they're at the academy?
he nods.
What?
Okay.
And just as the tremors of the earth seem to dissipate, another quake just shakes the village, and you see and hear buildings crumbling and people screaming. And the vine, which is already 50 feet high, seems to have another burst of growth, pushing higher and higher and higher to the point where now the vine itself at the base, looking from one side to the other, I'm not going to be able to adjust it very easily on the map, but it's 45, 50 feet across.
Right. You'll have to take care of
Shit.
this first.
Just have to get to the academy after this. Find our way there.
The academy has very powerful staff. They can hold off until we can assist them. But for now, we are the ones that are here.
Booker
Button.
look at you guys and be like, all right, just so you know, they're gonna try to probably grab you, suck the life out of you, so be ready for that. And he's gonna start taking off towards the plants.
These things give plants a bad name.
Just, I am offended that you call yourself plant life.
Nod, nod, nod.
It is our
Pulls
job
out staff.
So I'm assuming that
I-
means that you're rushing into combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go!
What
Finn-
is?
Finn is actually going to stay in the bar, but send Caldy out with them.
Roll your
Let's go,
initiatives.
Caldy.
Oh, Caldy.
Let's go, Caldy.
Caldy! Let's go. I hope you have a token for Caldy.
I can make one.
You're gonna
Holy
Better make
shit!
one.
Button rolled well
Hey.
for combat, for initiative. Holy shit!
I cannot
That is-
click on my token.
Incroyable.
You can't
Nope.
Not bad.
Make a
Right.
token.
If I click
Yeah,
it
just-
in,
drag yours in.
Yes, ma'am. There we go.
Anybody else move their tokens?
No.
kill the
Yes.
other Booker, the stranger.
Kill the spaz.
Can you move your token, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
boop, boop, boop.
This and this.
Button rolled well on initiative for once. Holy shit. What is today?
What are those?
What else?
And I want my little lightning bolt. Chew.
Pew. Oh man. It's an action.
Okay. No character was found selected. I don't. That's true. Also, Z, I don't know if you've kept up at all with Campaign 3 Critical Role, but there's a character that Matthew named, and it was a very unfortunate name.
Oh no.
He
Bend over.
he was naming like a mercenary, and the whole crew was doing a stealth mission, and there was a mercenary who found something interesting that the party left out, and he shouted for his friend, who he named Mykins. But Matthew, with his just, of course, incredible desire to stay in character, threw an accent on it and shouted, "My cunts." And then everyone at the table was like, "Did he just shout my cunts?" And then immediately shame overtook his face. But every time I hear Micken, I have to like focus in my head. It's just like, it's not my cunts. It's
No, you're right the
It's
first
not-
time.
It's Micken.
it's not even close.
It's not
but
similar
but
at all.
Yeah, but like the my and the meh, there's enough there that I hear.
It's just the M.
It's just enough.
Micken's goated. Holy shit. He's on top of this.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled twice for him. Never mind.
13 was the first one, so we'll go with this. And then, okay. Still up there in the order. So, again, as you are, as you're all watching these things, they don't seem to pay you guys any mind, at least at the moment. They are all chasing other people that are running away. And you see one of the ones in the far back, this one, as you're skirting out the edge of the tavern, reach out towards somebody that's trying to run by, and its arm elongates, and you see the vines wrap and squeeze, and you hear the crack as the body falls limp.
Oh.
Button, it is your turn.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, both attacking and wild shaping cost an action. Therefore, Button is going to very bravely bonus action Shillelagh, and then charge 30 feet forward, activating their symbiotic entity, using up one of their wild shapes. And that's it. So they have their Shillelagh, and they have their mushroom temp HP and extra damage. And the cloak ability activates too. So now Button has 28 temp HP.
Okay.
Holy shit!
As
Is
Button,
it still? Sorry.
the tiny robot, charges forward, igniting their staff with mycelium as they themselves get covered in an, not like covered, but an aura of mycelium surrounds them as they charge forward and come to a standstill in front of this creature.
As you
And that's their turn.
come in front of this creature, you see that it stands, this one as one of the first ones that came out of the ground, stands nearly 7.5, 8 feet tall. And just towers over you, and you can feel as well as see just this pulse of some sort of energy inside it. And
Gun fears no creature.
Finn, it is your turn.
So Finn just looks down at the cauldron, removes the last cookbook, and the cauldron will move. Right here. As my action, the cauldron is going to fill with life berries. And bonus action, it is going to try to force strike this one. Unless, is this thing giving it cover?
Not really. It's a little bit taller than that, so you can try to hit its head.
Okay. So yeah, I will do that. It is going to be a +4, so an 11.
And 11 will not hit.
Damn. Okay, that's it.
Oh boy. And dog has come up with another squeaky, so I apologize in advance.
Never apologize.
Micken just like sees Button just go charging out and like raises a hand and this like and then sees this like little cauldron go scurrying after Button, and confusion, concern, shakes head. Okay, I guess we are doing this. And let's look at his actual full character sheet. We'll pull out his Wand of Magic Missile. And this. See if this will actually roll like it's supposed to. We'll point at one. Going darn, 24, double checking that this is all correct. And 1d4 plus 1, so it should do one more dart of damage. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of damage towards the one in front of Button. And he will step back inside behind the cover of the fence around the tavern's eating area and duck.
That's not a duck, it's a pelican!
A true wizard.
Yes, very much so.
That really is like the most on-brand wizard play of just like, magic missile, hide.
Dips into rogue just a bonus action hide.
He knows what he is capable of, and it is not taking a hit. Okay. And so this one's up next. He's just gonna wander this way a little bit. Chasing after. You see him start to move. This just past the vine that's growing out of the ground. One of the more recent creatures to have come up out of a crack in the ground starts chasing down a group of what looks to be teenagers that are trying to just scramble away. And you see again arms reach out, this time both arms reaching out and extending well past what they should, wrapping around 2 different kids. And you hear and see the crack as one is killed, and the other, you see pulsing energy in the other arm And though you can tell that he's still alive, the person is just frozen, unable to even make a sound, as he's wrapped almost like a constrictor in vines that just continue to grow further and further around the body. This one, sensing that one of his friends has been hit, as far as your movement, we'll just slowly amble in this direction. And just out of reach. Booker.
Okay. Can I reach? I believe I can. All the way around the... not quite. But I can get about here. So Booker's gonna dash over here. Not actually dash. He's going to run over here, with his rapier saber out, and go for attack. First attack. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 7 piercing and 6. Let's fucking go. 6 lightning damage. So, question. Before you apply any damage, I have a gambit saber, and it says that I could trip or wait, what is it? It's trip or knock prone or something. But it doesn't have a DC listed. I assume there would be a DC. After you deal damage with this weapon, you may have to... Yes, I round down the damage, trip or knock the target prone. Like, there's gotta be a DC, right?
It would tell you.
If it's not listed, I don't think there is. I think you just get to knock them prone.
That seems really strong. But if that is the case, then yeah, I will take the half. I intended to take the half damage on this, and then knock this big dude down, go for the ankles, and then attack again when he's on the ground.
Okay.
I also assumed that it would half my lightning damage.
Okay. He goes down.
Nice.
I do not see
So,
any issue with that.
Booker will slide in and go for the ankle, like piercing, cut a couple of vines out to get him to just buckle. And then once he is on the ground, Booker is going to spin the blade around and then go for a downward stab. And I should have advantage on this to hit because I am standing over a prone guy.
Yes, you would.
Let's do a 20.
For 6 damage, okay.
And that's going to be 1 lightning damage. A single lightning.
Yeah.
Extra little spark.
Yeah, little spark. Damage is damage.
We are here for damage, and I don't know if I have bonus action anything right now. Oh well, I kind of fucked that one up. Bad order. It's fine. I will use a bonus action, and I'm gonna use my Blood Curse of Bloated Agony. As a bonus action, you curse a creature I can see within 30 feet. The creature has disadvantage on strength and dex checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than 1 attack on its turn. I am going to hit the one that's immediately in front of me.
Alright. And what is the
And-
DC for that?
I don't believe there is a DC, but I can amplify it because it only lasts for one turn. But if I amplify it, it can make a con save to end it immediately, or not to end it immediately, but the cursed creature can make a con saving throw at the end of each of its turns rather than have it just be over after the first turn. But
Okay.
you know I'm gonna amplify it because that's what we're here for. We're here for the self damage. So I take 4 points of damage. Blood everywhere.
And which one are you targeting?
The one that's directly in front of me.
Okay.
Don't forget, Caldy's got 40 HP worth of snacks.
Snack time.
This is why I'm like, yeah, you've got the
Jedi?
delicious, the fucking, what is the food cart? You've got the food cart. Booker's going in.
Food
That is my
trolley.
whole turn. And there's
Okay.
like blood is just going everywhere. It is a horribly violent show. You love to see it.
And are you back, Piper?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Eh,
It is your turn.
I'm gonna cast Amy's favorite spell, Spike Growth.
fuck you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna chuck it here so it gets all of these fuckers.
Caldy can fly. Does flying get rid of spike growth?
Yes, flag would
Growth
surpass
is-
it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just pull one of the sword or something out of the spell thing and put it in the center of your spell, so that I can measure from there.
Oh,
That works too. I will.
20 foot
It's
radius.
the right size too.
Yeah.
There.
It's also, that would be getting and catching Button and Booker.
I think she knows.
Yep.
Piper.
Well, if I do it here, they're just gonna get hit by it once, and you guys can just walk out. It's fine. It's fine.
We can just walk out.
Would you like me to have it here? Would that help you at all? Or were you in here?
No. Wouldn't help me. It's just like, Jesus Christ, this is the Piper special, huh?
It's not fireball. Shut the fuck up.
It's
It's
blitz
only-
ball.
It's only if the character moves into it, so just don't move.
It's in every 5 feet that you move.
Yeah, so don't
Ah.
move, essentially.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is,
any
this
movement.
place is considered difficult terrain as well. So,
Okay.
If we move, we get hurt.
and then
So
move behind building.
this one. Ba, ba, ba.
I can fly over this though.
Yes,
Correct.
you can. If you
Okay.
can fly, you can go.
Thank
above
God.
Can't fly, you're fucked.
it. Difficult terrain.
How many times have I been caught in fucking spike growth? Spike growth is banned in Cold Rush. I'm seeing this now.
We have traumatized
Stop
Amy.
That
This is
won't
like the
stop me.
4th time I've been caught in spike growth.
when you are
Me
every creature.
specifically have
Amy,
been
I'm
caught
a
in
plant.
spike
I
growth.
don't know what you were expecting.
That's taking like how much fucking damage from spike growth?
It is
Every
taking
5
some
is
damage.
Just
2d4.
2d4.
So roll me 2d4, Piper, because it just moved 5.
Yes.
4. Okay. And then this.
Ow, Sailor!
Check this condition.
Stop.
Why are you not showing me what I need to see easily? There we go. As
Not have to
the
worry
one
about
that just moved reaches out both arms towards you, and it grows in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2. So it's a 17 hit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Button's a druid.
There's the damage. There it is. You'll take 7 radiant damage as one of the vines wraps around you and you feel it begin to pulse with energy. And you're considered grappled.
Ah, shit.
And you feel it begin to squeeze. And what were just 5 individual vines continue to snake around your body like a snake. And with every pulse of energy, it squeezes a little tighter. That is that one. This one.
It's a good thing you don't feel pain, huh?
Just gonna click off over here. This one. We'll move here. Roll me 2d4, Piper. And then this guy that's been fucked up will slowly get to his feet. You can see where the cuts of the saber have shattered and torn various vine. You can see every pulse of energy that travels through it. The tendrils start to grow and try to reattach together and reform and reshape. And yet, as it's broken, you can see little, almost bits and pieces of sparkling gold dust. Con save?
I didn't want to interrupt your narration.
Which guy's gotta make a con save?
The one whose turn it is. This guy.
Starts within spore range, I assume.
Yeah, spore range.
Con save.
He's getting stinkied.
It's not much damage, so I didn't want to interrupt you. It wouldn't alter anything.
No, it's mush damage.
This is a 16.
Mush.
That meets it.
Oh.
Nothing happens.
And
However, Button gets
Wait.
8 temp HP, so that's something.
Doesn't he take half damage?
No, use
does
your
he?
reaction. Necrotic damage to one creature you can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet, or start its turn there if it fails a con save, DC 16.
Oh,
There is no
I'm
half
sorry.
damage. It's on a reaction. However, thanks to Cloak, Button does get 8 temp HP.
Hey,
so you'll top back out to 28.
Yes.
get
Or
down
actually
with your
29.
thickness.
And it kind of looks between the two of you. And there are eyes there, but they're not quite eyes. It looks just more like swirling pools of that gold dust or pollen or whatever it is. And seeing Button completely wrapped in vines, it'll turn and reach towards Booker. Let me reread this thing. Takes necrotic damage if it makes more than one attack during its turn. So go ahead and roll me 1d8.
Choo. Ah, yeah, 1.
As it makes
One
2
real
attacks.
Stinky damage.
A sting. I hate that I can hear Z's roll 20, but I can't see it. I can hear it rolls, though.
I am assuming that a 20 will hit.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah,
a 13
will.
hit?
A 13 will not.
Okay. The 20 will hit, and then this will be
Don't do
8 radiant damage, and you are also considered grappled.
8 radiant damage.
As the vines wrap around you, and you feel it starting to crunch down as the energy pulses along each vine. Trixie, it is your turn.
Trixie is going to pull out her meteor hammer and take fortress mode and fly all the way over here in between the lot of them. And as she lands, bring down her meteor on the one that is grappling button.
Okay, so that'll be this one.
Yeah. Come on, meteor hammer. Roll.
That'll hit.
Yes. And as a bonus action, she will channel her energy and let loose 2 astral arms that deals 2d6 force damage to oh wait, no, it's a dex save, I think, first.
Dex save.
Yeah, dex save. And the DC is 15.
She'll probably not pass. Actually, it just met it.
But it's for all enemies in 10-foot radius.
Okay. So, first one, which is the one you attacked, passed. This one failed, 14. And then there's one more. And the one that's grappling Booker behind you rolled a 3.
And they'll take 7 damage.
Okay. So with that, this one goes down. And if they passed, then they take no damage.
Correct.
Okay. So as you unleash your astral arms, punching out at all of these creatures around you, the one behind you that Button and Booker have been focusing on, your arm punches it and punches through, and you can hear the cracking of crystal as the vines shatter. And there's a moment where it kind of freezes, and you can see more of that golden dust or pollen eking out of all of the broken vines before the pulsing energy stops and fades and crumbles into a pile of orange crystal at Booker's feet. Booker, you're no longer grappled.
Yes! Jumps to the ground, looks over to Trixie, and then gives like a nod and 2-finger salute.
Trixie will wink back.
Okay. Button. You are currently grappled. You can try to break it if you would like. Or
Well,
you can do
shit,
something
I had
else.
a plan. I had a plan, and then Trixie is in quite literally the worst spot for the plan.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I read the grapple condition, and it specifies the condition ends if an effect removes the grapple, blah 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 blah, such as when a creature is hurled away by the Thunder Wave spell. Guess what Button has prepared? However, Trixie's in the way, so I can't do that.
I'm sure Trixie could pass a
It's a
dex
con
save.
save.
Oh.
It's a con save.
Oh, let's see what's
If
my
it was a dex
con?
save, I'd say good luck, Trixie. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Try to help.
no, you did good. You did very good. You helped Booker.
And you did
However,
damage
you did
to
not help
3
us.
people.
Exactly. You did damage to 3 people. You freed Booker.
I wanted the free button.
I just can't, like, move, right?
Yeah. Can't move, or if you would like, you can try to roll a strength or athletics check
Okay.
to try and break. It will take an action to do so, however. So it'd leave you with just a bonus action.
And I don't got shit for bonus actions. Unfortunately, all I have is my
Okay.
action. What'd you say?
Bonk it.
I can't.
It's too far away.
Who am I gonna monk?
Bonk Trixie. Just
No.
for fun.
I do have push pull though, which does damage.
Hey!
Do it! Push me! Push me into it!
No, it does damage to whoever I target.
And as it moves, it'll take spike growth damage.
Hey!
Does force damage count for spike growth?
If you
Force
push it.
movement.
Yeah, if
Force
you
Force
movement.
movement does trigger spike growth, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually a wicked combo that I did not think about.
All right.
It was
this
part of
guy's
our
gonna
plan
get
back in Strahd. We tried to do that because we had
Sure
a
did.
juggernaut.
Sure did.
This guy's gonna get yeeted.
Okay, so what's the save?
It is a strength save, DC 16.
Okay, let's see.
What'd you roll
Good.
twice?
It's automatically rolling twice.
Okay.
It rolled a 13, so it did fail.
What the fuck? Takes 13 bludgeoning damage and also gets pushed through the spike growth.
Okay.
How many feet away?
Up. Target is pushed or pulled up to 30 feet in a straight line away from
Oh,
or
fuck
towards
yeah.
you.
Okay.
So,
It would only get about 10 feet because that's where the vine is. So you can roll, was it 44?
44.
And in a very similar fashion, this one freezes and you see it pollen circling around it. You hear the crack and crumble as it crumbles down into a pile of crystal.
stop it.
And you are no longer grappled, Amy.
Nice. I can't move. That's my turn.
And as all of you are looking at all of these creatures around you, seeing two that have... Okay, they're playing with the dog. Sometimes I have to pause and listen and see if they're playing with the dog or if they are screaming. As you see these two creatures crumbled in front of you, and most of the other ones kind of off doing their own thing, chasing other people, the ground shakes again and the vine continues to grow, and as yet another crack forms in the ground, another one of these things pops up. Finn, it's your turn.
Alright. Caldy's gonna move right here and bonus action try to force strike that one. And I was wrong, I have a +6, so that's actually a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and so it is 1d4 plus 4. For 5 force damage. And then as an action, I guess Finn will step out of the safety of the tavern and we'll just try to acid splash it. So dex save.
Dex save. Okay. That's a 12.
Yay, it fails. So 2d6 acid. 7 acid.
Okay.
And then step back inside.
You're see Micken peeking out the doorway, watching you, and you step back inside, and you just get this like little quick nod of like, "Good job," and he just pops back out, magic missile, towards the one that you were attacking, and will step back inside.
You too.
And I'm just gonna do this the fast way this time.
It's even funnier because their tokens look like they're looking at each other.
Like nod, not hide from danger, attack when we want to.
4, 5, 6, 7. And this one's fucking off this way. This one's. Let's see here. Yep. Okay, a 13 will not hit Booker, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Will a 24 hit Trixie?
Oh.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
A little bit.
So you will take 9 radiant damage as the vines shoot out towards you and it just squeezes. Booker, it's your turn. You grappled Trixie.
Okay. I am in the stink. So if I move out and around, I can probably get to this thing. If I were to move this way, like I need to scoot out, run down, and then move so that I'm on this side. Would I be moving in the spike zone?
No, because you're just stepping immediately out of it.
Okay.
You are right on the very edge.
Okay, then Booker is going over and down. Get right about here. I have spent enough of my own health. I am going to use... let's see.
Go grab a snack.
Send the snack towards him.
Yeah, throw it. I'll open my mouth.
Uber Eats. DoorDash.
Booker will run down this way, and he will use... Oh no, is it an action? No. It is an action. Shit. That's fine. He is going to use... Bless, actually. He's going to use Bless. No, wait. Fuck. That's also an action. God damn it. Why did I think it was a bonus action? He's going to cast Hex on this thing. He's going to Hex the one immediately in front of him. And he is going to attack. Let's get it. 19. And 16?
Both will hit.
Oh, let's fucking go. So that is 10 piercing on the first one with 5 lightning and 2 necrotic.
Alright.
The second one. Oh wait, is it down?
With all of that, yes, this one will also be down.
Nice.
And I'll also remind you of a little extra stipulation, which I should have reminded you of earlier, I think. So I forget where you rolled the 1. You can re-roll 1s on your Crimson Right damage die.
Ah, is that because of the item?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I forgot about that one. Then, if I have enough movement, let me see. how much I have left. If I move over down here, that's like 20 something feet. Can I move over here? I can move like right here.
Okay. That works too.
I can't get all the way there, but I can
I
get
was going to say you
close.
can move here behind cover, draw them into the spike growth.
Will I be able to reach it from here, or is that gap just a touch too far?
I'd say that gap's just a little too far for a sword.
Fair enough. Then I will. That'll be it. That's my turn.
Okay. Liliana.
Peek out from cover, attack that one on the
Oh,
right.
holy shit! You're way up there.
I hid behind a house.
She's small. No wonder you didn't see her.
Yeah, no, I'm. Booker, I'm literally 2.5 feet. You've known this for all your life.
I didn't see where you went. Booker also probably didn't see, but he is more than confident you will be able to keep yourself safe.
He sees her spike growth. He knows she's here somewhere.
This is true.
I want you to be honest.
Okay, 16?
What
Or are you
class
getting
are
it at advantage?
They're not at advantage, but
Okay.
Eldritch Blast fires twice. So.
Okay. 16, 23, they'll both hit. This one goes down.
What class are you?
I'm a warlock.
Eldritch Blasty.
I thought you were a sorcerer.
I was until Z showed me this verdant thing.
Okay.
Circle of the Verdant is cool.
The Verdant Patron.
Mm-hmm. Nature gods. Right, is that your turn, Piper, or are you doing something else?
5, 10.
Does the
Another
spell growth
house.
need to be up anymore?
Piano is locked. 2 players.
Scratch his chin. Deep contemplation. I'll drop it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Don't make, if you make me regret this, then I'll be very sad.
This one is done. This one is done. This one's chasing somebody up this direction. That one's dead. Dead. Trixie?
Okay. Can I reach? So Trixie will fly forward, passing by Booker. She'll be like, "Thanks for the," and then swing down, be like, "Help!" and swing down with her meteor hammer.
Holy shit! Oh, sorry. Holy shit!
Where's my...
Meteor hammer whistling by his head. Like, what the fuck is this?
Can I actually get past it? Let me see if I can get past it. Yeah, I can. Okay.
Okay, that'll put you at a not exactly advantage because he is just out of reach.
Okay. Well, it's fine.
10 will not hit.
I will flurry of blows this then. Point. Two unarmed strikes.
— 15 will hit. 20 will hit.
Kick the shit out of this thing.
Okay. And is that your turn?
Yeah. The meteor hammer may have missed, but it like crunched into the ground.
It may have missed, but it didn't miss.
As this thing starts to get surrounded by you, you see its arms reach out in both directions towards Booker and towards Trixie. And 14, Booker.
14 will miss.
17, Trixie.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You guys both starting to get the pattern duck underneath it. And as the vines just grow past you and then shrink back in as it tries to adjust and maneuver again, the ground shakes. Again, more cracks opening through the square, and more of them come. And all of you quickly begin to realize there doesn't seem to be an end to them. As with every growth of the vine, more come. And the vine is now almost as tall as the academy from the bottom dock.
He's big.
Well, shit.
Button.
This vine, does it appear plant-like?
It appears plant-like, however, you do know that it is also not plant.
Okay.
It is made out of crystal.
Oh, shit. Does it seem like it'd be susceptible to fire?
You can try.
You're wasting a second level spell slot. Oh, fuck it. What have I got to lose? There's just gonna be more and more coming. Button's gonna cast Flaming Spear. And it's going to appear right here. I shall put a... What's the radius? It's a 5-foot diameter spear.
So it's really just a token.
Okay. I'll put Toad. And I shall give Toad 5-foot red aura. Flame Toad.
Rip.
It's a dex save, and it's 2d6 on a failed. Is the vine affected?
You see that the vine, some of the outer tendrils of this massive twisting vine, the crystal darkens almost like smoke staining it, but it doesn't seem damaged.
What does it mean?
And it just continues to grow. Like if you put out a candle in the wrong way and the glass of the candle just has smoke on it, that's what it looks like.
Okay. And here's the end turn within 5 feet. This bonus action you use for 30 feet. Okay, well, I already have it. So, as a bonus action, I can move the spear up to 30 feet. Ramming it into this guy.
Okay.
Dex save.
Dex save. 13? That'll fail.
It will fail.
Roll your damage.
Do I do the damage that was already rolled, or do I roll again?
That is up to you. I will take
Ugh.
either.
You
You did pretty good damage.
I did do pretty good damage. So I'd like to keep that damage.
Okay.
I'd like Button to be at least somewhat useful.
Alright. And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my action, my bonus action, and actually I have my movement still. Tap, 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 tap. Running. I am your pseudo tank.
Okay. Finn, it is your turn.
Okay, so Finn really doesn't like the one that's absolutely way too close. But first, bonus action, the Force Blast
Okay.
thing.
That'll
So
hit.
20, yeah. And 1d4 plus 6. Or no, plus 4. So 8 bludgeoning damage. And it's still alive.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Just
God.
popped up.
Oh, God. Finn's gonna take out his cooking utensils and shake them around and send a Tasha's Caustic Brew in a 30-foot line, hitting the two, this one and this one.
Okay. And what is
And
the
so
save on that?
those Dex saves. Dex 14.
First one saves, second one fails. You can roll the damage for the second one.
So it's covered in acid, so it actually takes 2d4 at the start of each of its turns.
Okay. Micken will kind of little unhappy squeak noise, squawk almost, as this one near you guys pops up out of the crack forming in the square and starts to amble in your direction towards the sound of the very unhappy and scared patrons that have remained in the tavern behind all of you, and trying to take cover there. And he will do the Micken special here. And magic missile. That's what he's got right now, because he did not prepare for this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a hefty chunk. And he just kind of looks at it, and you can see him scanning over the field, and I think Finn, Lily, Booker, maybe Button, depending on how much attention Button's paying. You just hear this like, I think we might need to go. There's a lot of them. This guy.
Fucking hell. It's like coming out of the fucking walls.
This one's. Okay, and as we circle around to Booker, everybody that is within 5 feet of a building, which I believe is everybody, needs to a dex save.
Everybody except Booker?
Oh, I said Booker. I started to go through everybody, but I was like, I think everybody is.
Okay.
Is Button?
I think you are
think
from the
so,
corner
yeah.
of that building.
Yeah, the very corner.
So I need 5 dex saves.
Yikes.
Lily is good. Trix is good. Finn, I need a dex save.
Yeah, yep. Do you need to
Anything.
call these flying?
Technically that would be a wall beside it, so Caldy would actually be okay. Finn, you are good. Let's see if Micken is.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, damn!
Holy
what
shit,
the
Micken!
Third.
RNG is a lie.
My boy!
Okay, so
The gymnast was in him all along.
the fear has him right now.
And he sticks the landing.
Finn, Micken, Trix. So it is Button and Booker.
B&B, Button and Booker. I feel like this is gonna happen a lot.
You two will take full damage, everybody else will take half damage. This is gonna be a lot.
Oh god.
Okay. Okay.
As the ground shakes yet again and the buildings crumble, and all of you have to go diving out of the way as slates fall from roofs and stones from walls. And the vine continues to grow.
Oh,
So it's 23 to Booker, 23 to Button, and 11 to everybody else.
oof. I'm at 15. Ugh!
Okay. Okay.
I'm
we
good.
can work with that.
Booker, it is your turn.
Okay. Huh. Kind of regretting that I didn't pick Vampiric for my saber, but I don't think that would help me too much right now. Just
Believe it
give
or not,
a-
I have a 2. I just haven't fucking attacked yet.
Okay. Booker is. Phew. How much do your little cauldron-y bubbles give?
Huh?
Ben?
Oh, 4 per. There's
4
10 of
per.
Mhm.
How many can I shove in my mouth in a single turn?
One.
Ah!
It is your bonus. It would be your bonus action to eat one, because a good berry counts like a potion. Although I will say that both, like all 3 of the new ones, you guys would have access to a base healing potion as the fair trade-off for what everybody had to start with.
Is it a bonus action to use it on myself?
Yes, it's a bonus action to use it on yourself.
I am going to. Oh, I took a hit. I actually need to make a con save for Hex, but I don't care. I'm using my bonus action to kick back that potion. You have just conveniently reminded me / given me. It is, what is it? 2d4 plus 2?
I believe so, yes.
Big money? Oh shit!
Big money!
That's the biggest money I can get. That's the biggest money I'm legally allowed to have. Okay, that gives me enough to chill for now. How rough does this one immediately in front of him look?
Pretty rough.
Pretty rough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Booker's still got his Crimson Right. But he's gonna back up. He's gonna back up right about here. I think, right? Because I need to be within 30. Too far. Too far. That's gonna be the way it is. He will use an action to cast Bless. And he is going to hit. Let's see. How many people can I hit with it? 3, up to
Base is
3.
3.
So yeah, me, Button, and Trixie are getting blessed. And that's gonna be 10 turns of bless. Or yeah. And that will be his turn.
Okay.
But it should be noted, the bless does not feel like a holy bless. It is the effect of bless. I imagine it is more of a creepy, like you're being watched sensation. But he'll flick out his hand and bless both of the other two and himself. just in case we have to make more saves. And that'll be Booker's turn.
All right, Liliana, your turn.
Liana. Okay, so first of all, are we withdrawing to a place?
I don't know.
I think he's telling us to leave.
On one
By
hand,
the fact that she had somebody say leave.
yes. On the other hand, it's Micken.
Z, do you want us to leave?
Can't tell because of the NPC.
Z, do you want us to leave?
I don't entirely
the
think
ship.
Micken's wrong here.
I don't think Micken is wrong either.
I don't think Micken's wrong, but we are also tearing through these things.
I just
I'm
think
going to
that
put it this way.
is
You all
not
know that
going
these
to
things
end.
are not going to stop coming.
Yeah, like, it's not going to end.
Okay, so where do we have a ship that we know is docked?
Yes, you have a ship that the Booker, Finn, Liliana, you have your ladybug ship with Captain Elena that is right on the outskirts of the dock.
So, like, right here?
No, you'd have to get through town. But it is, you can either go through town or you can try to skirt around the edges of town to get to it. Would be the two paths that you would have the option between.
So,
All
do we
right.
just get any of the map then, or?
Free action, yell, we need to get to the docks! Now! This Rock of Brawl is fucked.
This isn't Rock of Brawl.
Yeah. No,
Or,
Rock of, just
this-
town,
this
nameless
outpost.
town.
Nameless Town is fucked. We need to get out of here. Somebody mentioned the Rock of Brawl in this town.
I
So-
mentioned that you came from the Rock of Brawl.
Oh.
So, if I lay down more difficult terrain area, will you guys just disengage and run?
If we're not in it.
I can
Yeah.
make it so that you're not affected by my difficult terrain.
I'm far
Well,
enough
which
away
way-
that no problem.
Which way do we have to go, though? Like this
Yeah.
way?
It would depend on which way you guys are wanting to go. If you're wanting to go the shortest, however, the most dangerous route would be through town, because you're having to dodge these things, dodge falling buildings, deal with crowds. Or it would be potentially the shortest and fastest. The longer, safer route is getting to the edge of town, because essentially, if you just imagine the town kind of being the semicircle with the flat end being the docks, you're on the corner of the flat circle. So you guys can go around the edge of town where the forest is to get to where your ladybug has landed, because it had to land on actual land. It does not have a water feature.
My vote is to run through town because it's dangerous.
So we're gonna not do that.
And has little legs.
Boo.
I feel like the monsters are the least of the problems. It's going to be the buildings.
Yeah, that's why it'll look cool.
I don't think this
So,
group can
no.
take another building collapse. If we all fail a deck save.
Yeah,
As much as I
actually.
want to also run through town, I don't think this group can take it.
I can start healing, but engage.
Let's go to the outskirts of town. It's the safer bet.
So let's just meet like here.
Yeah, that would be towards the edge of town for you.
Works for me.
I'll just run straight up. Button.
So,
Good luck.
Liliana?
So I'm gonna move 10 feet this way, and I'm going to use my Eldritch Grove.
Okay.
Create 30 feet of difficult terrain that I can choose who ignores it. So,
And give yourself an aura to show it for me, please.
yes. Token. Aura. 30 feet. It is not. It starts around me, but then I can move out of it, I assume.
Will it stay put, or will it follow you?
That's what I'm wondering. Oh, no, you create a stationary magical area within a 30 feet radius.
Boom.
Okay. So then, do I have a 30-foot circle?
You have a 20-foot circle.
Close enough.
Well, yes, I love you, sweetie. Mwah. You're such a good boy. But I'm playing right now, so please go away. Thank you.
Right. But I'm
It
assuming
doesn't-
you're marking everybody else as all the rest of your
Yeah.
group as not being affected by it.
Everybody is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And then run.
All right. This one will do a little bit closer. Does a 17 hit Trixie?
It does not.
Okay. It is your turn, Trixie.
Here, I... There. Okay. Can I go around this thing and pick up Button and then fly off with her?
You will incur an
Them-
opportunity attack.
Could I use my bonus action to disengage?
Bonus action pickup. Yes, that would work.
Okay. Then, yeah. So Trixie will fly around, pick her up, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Button, you're going on a flight. This one tries to swing at you guys, but you're out of the way before he can even do anything. He will move closer to Booker. Hi, Booker. $16 or 14 hit.
A 16 is exactly my AC.
8 radiant
Sad.
damage and grappled.
You bitch!
And that one, let me double check which one this is. That's that one. This one keeps moving this way. This one keeps moving. This is just difficult terrain and that's it for your
Yeah.
thing? Okay. Means this will get this far.
Bless his
Does it
heart.
get hit by Flaming Spear for starting its turn there?
Does it start or end of the turn?
I don't
One
know.
second, let me double check. Any creature that ends its turn.
Its turn. Okay.
Right, and then this one will go for the boys. Okay. Assuming an 8 does not hit Finn.
But it does not.
Let me see if he has a shot in hell with this. Because it rolled a 21 to get Micken. And
Oh,
even
no.
with shield, it's not going to help. So Micken is damaged and grappled and fucked up. Micken does not look great.
We can just leave him, right?
we are not leaving him.
Player characters first.
No.
Save the player characters first.
And Button, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, Button's being carried right now,
Yes.
so
She would have had to land though. So
okay. Could Button even do anything if Trixie's carrying her, or is her turn just gone?
You can push pull this one.
You can use any of your spells that you have access to.
Yeah.
And this is, you have been marked as not having, as being able to move through the difficult terrain without any issue.
The flower field welcomes you.
So if Trixie drops you, then you can act as you would like.
yeah, I figured it was pick her up and then we stop here. essentially, because she can't keep continuously flying.
Mm-hmm. Heavy robot is heavy.
You can also move your flaming sphere. Don't forget that.
I know. Just thinking. Who looks more fucked up? Or who is more fucked? Micken and Finn or Booker?
But this, I am at. What is that?
Well, and
Uh,
go ahead.
30%, 33% health. I'm at a third.
Gansey?
Micken is at 5 HP.
Okay.
And both, I will also say both this one that has Micken and the one that has Booker, they look pretty fucked up.
Let's be real. Micken's gonna cast Magic Missile on his next turn and kill his.
We can hope. Micken could make the OG, the true strat, and free himself. Or if you free him, he could free Booker. Guarantee save Micken, and then Micken tell him to shoot at the one that's holding Booker.
So my plan is to tap, 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 let go. I got this to Trixie, and then have Flaming Toad ram one, and then Button themselves goes after the other.
If you're gonna do that, you go towards the one towards Micken.
Okay. So Button is going tap, tap, tap. Trixie, I got this. Going to tap, 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 run, bonk.
Okay.
Finally going to attack.
Shillelagh.
Yeah. What, the 4th or 5th round of combat? Oh, that's chill touch. Shit.
I mean, if it's a +8.
Well, actually, yeah, that is true.
So
it's the same modifier.
It'll hit either way, so you can roll your damage.
That's 13. Also, plus a d6, which is a 3 from the Halo, from the Spore
And
stuffs.
It is crumbles under.
Cool. Bonus action, Button waves a hand, and Flaming Spear just soars past Booker and just rams into this one. Dex save.
Dex save.
I think it's dex save if it rams into it.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, it is a saving throw.
Come on.
DC
There we go.
16.
That's an 8.
Alright, that is 2d6. 4.
Still up. Don't forget your vampiric.
That is true. I get. Well, I still have 10 HP.
Oh, gotcha. Alright.
Wait, hold on. Did they start? No, this person's turn did not come up yet. Never mind.
Yeah. It moved out of the sphere. Anyway. It was just outside of it.
And its turn isn't on the thing.
I'm just going with all the new ones keep going up on 0.
Oh, okay.
For my sanity.
Oh wait, so did this one go?
Uh-huh.
Did this
No.
one go?
It has not gone yet,
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
and it's not gonna catch us.
But I mean, it's covered in acid, so
Yeah.
it still takes damage.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's on turn 0.
Finn.
Oh wait, actually, hang on. Fun stuff. Because they died within my grove, I get shit. And when somebody dies, my plants swallow them whole, and I can use my reaction to choose one ally of your choice to gain advantage or move up to half of their movement without provoking half opportunity attacks.
That is convenient.
Remember when we were talking about plants eating plants?
So which of you want to move?
Moi?
Move.
move.
Half your movement.
Half your move.
Okay.
That's you are so small and have very short legs.
That's as far as I can move.
That's fine.
That's plenty.
It's movement.
Right, and now it's your turn, which means you have your whole movement and everything else.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Are you going through the building?
No, I'm trying to go around, but I don't know how to calculate it
You
besides the
right-click.
diagonal. Right click.
So if
While
you
you're
So-
click and
calculating it,
drag and then right click, it holds that place.
Control for me then probably. Nope. Command. Nope.
here, I got you, Cody. Which way? Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to get here.
Yeah. So put your arrow to the end of my arrow.
Where's your arrow?
Oh, you don't see it. Hang on. Hang on. Show to others. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Now put your arrow to the end of
Teamwork. Okay, so
the
like
16. You get to like here. You get to like right here.
yeah, okay. So that's where I'm
So like
going.
here,
Yeah.
A little bit less
30 feet, a bit less,
because I can go 25 right
25?
here.
right here.
Yeah.
And then homie's gonna also move 30. And then that's it.
Don't worry, Booker. Help is coming.
However,
However, this is a very fucking long initiative.
Help is running.
It's fine.
okay. So, Micken gets dropped, and there's this little pained wheeze. He just kind of nods at Button and then looks past Button towards Booker as the only one that's still, he can see at least, is still grabbed. And just like points and looks at Button. We saving that one too?
Yes.
Okay. And magic missile. 3d4. And this one is down, and Booker, you are free.
Woo!
And Micken, let me double check his trait here. Yep. Micken will book it. He is going as far as he can manage.
I want Liliana to win it. Okay. I just realized my mistake.
Okay. He gets Fallen Fin. Here. Right about here. This one is dead. Nope. Where is it? Booker.
Question about my amulet. Is the healing on it an action or a bonus action?
That would be an action.
Okay, then I am going to run. Booker is looking around, doing the math, and he's like, can't fucking die here. And this is not spikes, right? This is your
Right,
grove?
right. Yeah.
Okay, and it's not
Book
difficult
it,
terrain
Booker.
for Booker. So he's hoofing it. Run. Let's see. Oh, okay, Finn's gone. Finn's good.
Yeah, Finn bounce.
Is Liliana, can you fly? Or anything? Are you fast?
No.
Because Booker, whether he knows you're fast or not, or it depends on if
By all
he
means,
would
pick
run
me up.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna he'll run up here, pitch around the corner, heel slide, grab Liliana, and then use what little bit of his movement remains to scoot to the end of the street.
Oh, Nahida.
Just Booker, just fucking panting, just yeah, just thank me later. Blood all over the place.
Laugh in French.
Hon hon.
Okay, Liliana, you want to do anything?
Nah.
Okay. And I will also remind you, just so if you've not looked over your ring, that you have your ring, which I think Longstrider might help you.
Oh, true. I will cast Longstrider on Booker.
Hey!
Hi-ho, Silver, away!
Yeah, I wanted to give you a couple of utility spells that might be useful to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, realistically, I should give it to Trixie. Well, no, Trixie's fine, right?
Trixie can fly.
Yeah, Trixie's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Okay.
Thank God.
and this one goes this direction. Okay. I'll just, to sum everything up, Trixie, are you taking off? Running?
I was gonna say, Button, you need a lift?
Most likely.
She'll go get Button and then run.
I'm so glad we have human-sized mounts. Maybe
Entirely by their choice.
I should take mounted combatant.
Oh my god.
Entirely their choice. We
Don't
don't
get
ask
your
to
hopes
be
up.
carried.
Booker's not going to be your mount. He will carry you like a luggage.
But Joe, it's gonna be awesome.
I imagine that Booker carrying Liliana is very different from Trixie carrying Button.
Yeah, Booker carries Liliana kind of under the arm, like a
football.
yeah, kind of like a football. Where I imagine Lily, or not Lily. I imagine at this point, Trixie and Button have probably developed a system. Like Button holds up their hands, and then Trixie's swoops in.
To
Like a
lower
ski
arms,
lift.
grabs Button, puts it onto lower back like a piggyback ride.
So I just moved the distance it would be to grab Button and then double back, essentially. So
I was like, Button can run towards you.
But
but your turn is later, so
That's true, yeah.
more of them pop up, but if you guys are not actively engaging them, they don't chase you. They go for whatever's closest, unless somebody is being hostile. So as all of you start running towards the edge of town, making it as fast as you can towards the forest, you see that starting to be a little bit sparser, but you see other of these creatures popping up in amongst buildings where cracks have formed in the ground. But the further you get from the vine, the fewer and fewer there seem to be. And as you reach the edge of town, let me double check this. You see that the destruction has not completely enveloped the town yet, but with each new trimmer of the vine, buildings further and further out from the square start to crumple more and more. And as you're reaching the tree line and starting to turn towards the ocean, turn towards where you know your ship is, the handful of civilians that managed to escape the town and run into the trees are all kind of freezing there and turning back and watching as this vine continues to grow. And you look out across the fields behind the town and you can see in the distance where another village is, another vine growing into the air, breaking the horizon, and another. And as you start to run towards the docks, in the very far distance across the water, where you know Spelljammer Academy is, yet another vine. And I think with that, that's where I want to end it today.
We lived. Let's go.
Also watch
Anyone
the
like a
full
snack?
pop-up.
No, you
take
guys
one.
are still running.
We're running.
You can eat and run.
How are you divvying up the healing from the berries really fast so we can get that on record?
There's 40 total.
Button does not need anything.
And how much does each one heal?
4.
4. Okay.
But so sorry, there's 10 total for each. 40 HP total is what I meant.
Okay. So Mikan definitely needs 1 if the player characters don't need any.
Booker, will take a point during the run to use an action to use his item. So he'll slow for a little bit, if that matters.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be slowing for a second anyway for anyone who's eating.
Take a quick second. Stuff face. Start running again.
4 health from my amulet.
I mean, Button can drop a fucking aura of vitality.
I don't think all of that's needed. I think with Cody's berries, will be fine.
Okay.
I'm missing 20 HP personally, so any amount of berries are welcome.
I am missing 32 HP.
So you should take more.
So it's 3, 4, 5. Lily, are you missing any?
I'm missing a little, but I'll be fine.
Button doesn't need any. Finn, do you need any?
No.
That's 5. Mikan will take 1 if nobody protests.
Mikan can have a berry.
You're allowed.
He's allowed to have a
That's
snack
That's-
as a treat.
That's 30 towards Booker, 20 towards Trixie, 10 towards Mikan. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 4 berries left.
Yay.
Oh, just Booker cramming his face with these berries, just feeling better. Just like, you really got to make more than just the one thing in like a huge fucking batch, please, for the love of God.
For the
I
record,
get sick of this shit about like 3 or 4 through.
While they
Liliana
snack,
will eat Finn's snacks, but she will not eat the good berries.
well, that's all that's in there right now.
That's fine because they are plants, and she does not eat plants. That's cannibalism.
Oh boy.
When they
hold
when they
on,
snack,
hold
Finn
on.
will use prestidigitation to give them a little extra kick.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Is
What's that?
Liliana a carnivore?
Yeah, she's a carnivore. She refuses to eat plants because she considers that cannibalism.
Okay, I thought that at first when you first introduced her and you mentioned something. I just wanted to confirm it now that the
Yeah.
thought has come back around.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair,
Pause.
she can
I'm sorry,
also
play.
photosynthesize. She can also photosynthesize.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check to make sure that I wasn't reading this wrong.
No, you're correct. She does
Okay.
not touch so much as a leaf of a cabbage.
Okay. Play. I just want to double check that.
Well, with the healing done, you know where we will start next time as you guys head to the docks.
Nice. And
So
how many did I get? 3?